Am I the asshole for not going to my brother's wedding 10 days after mine? Sorry in advance if this is a little all over the place. My mind is swimming with emotion. So, my husband and I were getting married on July 13. My brother announced on June 17 that they were going to get married on July 23, eloping slash doing a small ceremony because they found out they were pregnant. Unfortunately, they lost that pregnancy a week later and decided to continue with their plans so close to my wedding. We said we would figure out how to get there and that we were financially stretched after having our own wedding as well as my husband starting CDL school that same week. Their wedding went from an elopement to an actually wedding where they expect my daughter to be there to be a flower girl. They also chose not to come to my wedding because we live in Florida and they couldn't afford to come. And now, 10 days after my wedding, they are wanting me to come to Myrtle Beach for theirs. I chose to be selfless and compromise on what my daughter wore to my wedding to something that would work for their wedding because I didn't want to buy two dresses and they didn't want to pay for a separate dress. The night before my wedding at my dinner, the bride was messaging me with questions about deadlines for her wedding. And I gave her the same answer I had before that we are trying our best to make it, but we are financially stretched. On my wedding day, my brother called to congratulate me and then started asking me about our plans for his wedding, same as the bride. I had talked to my mother about the whole situation for opinion on things, and she told me she felt like they were very selfish planning their wedding the way that they did, and especially messaging me during my celebrations about their wedding. She also said she thinks it's very inconsiderate of them to give guests only 5 weeks to prepare for a destination wedding. She also is the one who helped me draft a message to my brother and his fiancée, stating that it wasn't best for my family to make the wedding due to finances. She's the one who encouraged me in my decision to do what's best for my family, only for after she talked to my brother about it for her to switch sides and tell me that I'm just playing a victim and I need to get over it, and that I should be empathetic to their situation, which I'm very empathetic to the loss of their pregnancy. I just don't feel that as an excuse to plan their wedding so close to mine and be inconsiderate on the day of my wedding. I already felt disrespected from them planning their days 10 days after mine. Now I'm angry that they took time on my days to make things about them. And now feeling betrayed by my mother. Am I wrong? At this point, I don't want to go and spend money I got as gifts for a down payment on a house to go to their wedding. Now they are wanting me to pay $300 for custom flowers that they commissioned for my daughter for their wedding if I don't attend. I told them that all I needed was an apology for being inconsiderate, and they refused, saying that they did absolutely nothing wrong and has blown into a family feud. So, am I the asshole if I don't go to my brother's wedding?